The color purple signifying Nancy Olson, EFR 506, September 17, 2017. Signifying, according to Lee in 1993, is a discourse heuristic for problem solving that requires analogical reasoning. Irony, metaphor, symbolism, and innuendo are critical tools of signifying. They are also critical tools of academic discourse. The ability for a teacher to bridge the gap between the language of origin and academic language is a critical skill and will become more critical every day as we become a more minority culture. Let's look at the color purple and the language present there so that we can see how we can use these films to address and to teach children how to move from their language of origin to an academic language. Let's start with irony. Shrug in the color purple says, "It's time for us to go. Celia is coming with us." Say what? "Celia is coming to Memphis with us." "Over my dead body." "You satisfied? That what you want?" "No, what's wrong with you?" The irony in this is the woman that he brought in as his mistress who is now going to be taking his wife away from him. Let's look at metaphor next. "You a low-down dirty dog. That's what's wrong. It's time for me to get away from you and into creation. Your dead body be just the welcome mat I need." This is Celie talking, and this is talking to her husband, a man who has abused her ever since the day he married her, and she is finally standing up. He may have treated her like a dog forever, but now she's treating him that way. It's not only ironic, but it's a great metaphor. Move on to symbolism. Here's Albert's dad, Celie's husband's Albert's dad, who is saying, "You can't talk to my boy that way." "Your boy?" Seemed like if he hadn't have been your boy, he might have made somebody a halfway decent man. "Say what?" "You took my sister Nettie away from me. You knew she was the only somebody in the world who loved me." The symbolism here, here's the dad who loves his son, the son who doesn't love his wife, and the wife who really only loves her sister and her children. And the symbolism is so wrought in that statement. Innuendo. "But Nettie and my kids, they coming home soon. And when we all get together, we gonna sit around and whoop your ass." "Nettie, your kids? Woman, you talking crazy." "Well, I got children. My children live in Africa. Africa, learning different languages, fresh air, plenty of exercise, and they gonna turn out a heap better than those fools you never tried to raise." Here's the innuendo, you're a bad dad, you're a bad husband, you never tried to take care of anyone, and I did it all, and I couldn't do it all, so my children will be much better than yours will ever be. Signifying, according to Smitherman, is the verbal art of insult in which speakers use humor, insinuation, and exaggeration to put down and talk about one another. Let's continue on in the color of purple and see if it's also got those last three characteristics of signifying. Insinuation. Now, hold on here. No hold on here, Harpo. If you hadn't tried to rule over Sophia, white folks never would have got her. Now that's a lie. That's a lie! You all was rotten kids. You was rotten kids. Made my life here hell. Course your daddy ain't nothing but some dead horse shit. Here's Celie again. She's telling the truth, and the insinuation is only true plain that Harpo should never have beaten his wife, and then his wife would never have been beaten. He's the one who ruined Sophia's life. Moving on to humor, everybody's sitting there and laughing, and here's Sophia, and it's so funny that finally Celie's standing up for herself, and finally, Harpo can't handle it anymore, and he says, "Shut up, it's bad luck for a woman to be laughing at a man." "My God, the dead has arisen." And Sophia looks up, and she's finally going to tell the truth, and she says, "I had enough bad luck to keep me laughing the rest of my life. Sat in that jail till I near about done rot to death. I know what it like, Miss Celie, want to go somewhere and can't." I mean, it's very dark humor, but this is humor. It's, here, it's so ironic that it's funny, the things that are happening around this dinner table. And here's Sophia finally waking up again. And here's her final speech, and it's kind of an exaggeration, but it's also very valid. So Sophia goes on to say, I know what I like to want to sing and have it beat out of you. I want to thank you, Miss Seeley, for everything you done for me. I remember the day I was in the store with Miss Millie. I was feeling real down. I was feeling mighty bad. And when I seed you, I knowed there is a God. I knowed there is a God, and one day I was going to get to come home. And I think that's the point of this whole movie, that the family is still going to be there even if it's a family of women. And we need to value and appreciate the families that our students come from. When we respect our families, our students' origin, then Delane and Associates recommend that since skills acquired in the streets, so to speak, do transfer to school settings, teachers need to develop a respect for rather than a bias against the use of such language. We need to take this powerful language like we found in the speech The Color Purple and allow our students to use it as a basis to write standard American English. And by doing that, we are going to maximize our students' learning potential. Grammatical echoes, or the patterns bilingual learners acquire in their first languages, are transferred into their expressions in the second language. And this clearly indicates that we must respect and value the culture our students come from if we are to maximize their learning potential. Only by respecting who our students are and who their families of origins are can we reach out to them and change them so that they are fully bilingual and can be bilingual in their family of origin language as well as standard American English. Thank you. We're excited for this. Is Gagey Culturally Responsive Teaching, 2nd edition Multicultural Education Series, and Walker A. The Color Purple. Thank you and have a great day.